Dear students, today let us see exercise 1.2. The first question is, write down a pair of integers whose a sum is -7, b difference is -10 and c sum is 0. So we have to find a pair of integers. So two integers we have to find. In that first question, the sum of the two integers becomes -7. So here it is told a pair of integers. So the integers may be both are positive or one is positive and one is negative. So here is the solution. So the first one, that is a, sum is -7. So here are the two integers, -1 and -6. So this is the answer, -1 and -6. Now how you are getting -7? When we add these two, we should get -7. So -1 plus -6. So -1 plus minus minus. So -1 -6, both are minus, so we add and put negative sign. So it is -7. So you got -7. So the two integers are -1 and -6. Same way, question B, difference is -10. That means when we subtract the two integers, the answer should come -10. So here two integers are shown, -11 and -1. So how you get -10? Here you see, from -11 you subtract -1. So when we subtract, this minus and this minus becomes plus. So -11 plus 1. So 1 minus and 1 plus means subtract and put the greater sign. So answer you get -10. And C, sum is 0. So we have to find a pair of integers, and both the integers we add, we should get 0. So 1 and -1. So when we add -1 plus 1, you get 0. So in question number 2, there are also 3 questions. A, write a pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. Write a negative integer and a positive integer whose sum is -5. Write a negative integer and a positive integer whose difference is -3. So as we discussed in question number 1, the same way we have to find. There you are asked to write only a pair of integers. So a pair of integers means maybe positive, maybe negative, like that. But here specifically it is told in first question, you see, write a pair of negative integers. Means we have to find two integers, both should be negative. And when we subtract these two, we should get 8. So here is the answer, you see, a pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. that can be minus 12 and minus 20. Remember, this is the answer. And how you are getting the difference 8, I am showing here. So minus 12 minus, that is difference, and the other integer minus 20. So this minus and this minus becomes plus. So minus 12 plus 20. Now one is plus and one is minus. So what will you do? You will subtract. So 20 minus 12 becomes 8. And the greater number is 20. Therefore sign is plus 8. Clear? Same way, a negative integer and a positive integer whose sum is minus 5. So here what is told, one should be a negative integer and the other one should be a positive integer. So we have to find two numbers, one is negative and one is positive, and when we add these two you get minus 5. Okay, so these are the numbers you see, minus 13 and 8. So remember, in all the questions we have to find only these two integers, like this, minus 12 and 20 here in A, and here minus 13 and 8. So these two are the integers. So what is asked? One negative integer, one positive integer. So minus 13 is negative and 8 is positive. So here what you should get? You should get minus 5. So let us see. Add these two numbers, minus 13 plus 8. So minus 13 plus 8, one is minus and the other is plus. So subtract and put the greater sign. So answer is minus 5. Clear? Now in C, write a negative integer and a positive integer whose difference is minus 3. So here also we have to find one negative integer, one positive integer, and when we subtract you must get minus 3. So these are the integers you see, minus 1, one negative integer, plus 2, one positive integer. So we have to subtract, that means difference. So when we subtract you should get minus 3. Let us see whether you are going to get it or not. So minus 1 negative integer, 2 positive integer, and this minus is to find difference, that is subtraction. So this is minus 1 negative integer, 2 positive integer, in between the negative sign is to subtract. So this becomes minus 1 minus 2. Remember, both are minuses, so add and put minus sign. So 1 plus 2, 3, and minus sign here. So answer is minus 3. So here in first question and second question we find like this different integers. Here I have shown a few examples. When you are giving the exam, you can have your own integers. Okay. So question number 3. In a quiz, team A scored minus 40, 10 and 0, and team B scored 10, 0, minus 40 in 3 successive rounds. Which team scored more? Can we say that we can add integers in any order? So let us see the answer. There are two parts in this question. First one, which team scored more we have to find. So there are 3 successive rounds. So 3 rounds were there, and team A scored minus 40 in first round, second round 10, and third round 0. So for team A, let us see the total score. So total score of team A equal to, we have to add all these 3. So minus 40 plus 10 plus 0. So minus 40 plus 10 plus 0 means here minus 40 plus 10. From these two we get minus 30. 1 plus 1 minus, so subtract and put minus sign. So it becomes minus 30 plus 0. So answer is minus 30. And the total score of team B, first round 10, second round 0, third round minus 40. So 10 plus 0 plus minus 40. So plus minus minus. So 10 plus 0 plus minus 40. 10 plus 0 is 10. 10 minus 40, again you get minus 30. Now team A also got minus 30 as total score, and team B also got minus 30 as total score. Therefore, the total scores of each team are equal. So this is the answer for the first part. Now second part, can we say that we can add integers in any order? Yes, integers can be added in any order and the result remains unaltered. Unaltered means does not make any change. For example, 10 plus 0 plus minus 40 equal to 30, which is equal to minus 40 plus 0 plus 10. So we can add integers in any order. Okay. So question number 4. Fill in the blanks to make the following statements true. First question, minus 5 plus minus 8 equal to minus 8 plus blank. Second question, minus 53 plus blank equal to minus 53. Third question, 17 plus blank equal to 0. Fourth one, 13 plus minus 12 in bracket, then plus blank equal to 13 plus minus 12 plus minus 7 in bracket. And fifth question, minus 4 plus in bracket 15 plus minus 3 equal to minus 4 plus 15 plus blank. So let us see the answers. First question, minus 5 plus minus 8 is equal to minus 8 plus, what will you get? You will get minus 5 only. So in the first blank here put minus. So how you get minus? In the last question we discussed, we can add integers in any order. If you add minus 5 plus minus 8, both are minus, so add and put minus sign. So 5 plus 8, 13, so minus 13, and here minus 8 plus minus 5, both are minus, add and put minus sign, so minus 13 answer. So 13 is equal to 13. So answer remains same. So in the first blank, answer is minus 5. Now second one, minus 53 plus blank, minus 53 plus blank equal to minus 53. So in order to get the same number, we have to add with 0. So when we add 0 with any integer, you will get the same answer. So in the blank you put 0. That is second question answer. Now third, 17 plus blank equal to 0. So just I recall the additive inverse which we have discussed in the introduction part. What is additive inverse? Same number with opposite sign. So when we add an integer and its additive inverse, you get 0. So 17 plus minus 17 equal to 0. So answer is minus 17. And fourth question, here you see 13 plus minus 12 in bracket plus blank equal to 13 plus minus 12 plus minus 7. Means here also just I am recalling that we can add integer in any manner. Suppose you see 13 plus minus 12 in bracket. So first we solve the big bracket. So 13 plus minus 12 plus minus minus. So 13 minus 12 becomes 1. Now 1 plus minus 7. So 1 positive and 1 negative. So 1 minus and 1 plus. So 1 minus 7 becomes minus 6 because greater number is 7 and its sign is minus. So let us see, here we get minus 6. Here first we solve this big bracket. So minus 12 plus minus 7. So minus 12 plus minus minus 7. So minus 12 minus 7. What will you get? Minus 19. So minus 19 plus 13. So 1 plus 1 minus. So subtract and put minus sign. So 19 minus 13 becomes 6. And greater number is 19. Therefore minus 6. So here also you got minus 6. Here also you got minus 6. So in the blank you have to write minus 7. Similarly, fifth one, minus 4 plus in bracket 15 plus minus 3. So in this bracket what you will get? This minus 3. So here also the same way, 15 plus minus 3. That means 15 plus minus minus. So 15 minus 3. How much? 12. So minus 4 plus 12. Minus 4 plus 12 becomes how much? 1 minus and 1 plus. So subtract and put greater sign. So answer will be plus 8 on the left hand side. So here when we solve here, minus 4 plus 15. So 15 minus 4 means how much? 11. Now plus 11 plus minus 3. So plus minus minus. 11 minus 3 again 8. So 8 equal to 8. That means in this blank what will you get? We get minus 3. I hope you all understood. So go through it and do the sums in your classwork notebook. Thank you.